I just helped this creator, and this creator get over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I want to help you do the same exact thing. And the only thing that's in your way is that you're not taking advantage of YouTube's latest features, because they have a new feature, and if you flip it on, it's going to turn the algorithm in your favor. And there are new changes that you need to make to your titles and the type of content that you're uploading. But don't worry, because I'm going to share all those changes with you in this video to make it easier than ever before for you to be able to gain over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so you can finally get monetized. Now, change number one is you need to make sure that your channel is actually set up correctly, because everything I share with you in this video is going to be a complete waste of time if none of these settings are set up correctly, and some of them are brand new, so don't skip this part even if you feel like you've set up your channel correctly. Okay, now when it comes to setting up your channel correctly, let's speed run through this. The first thing you want to do is come into your settings. You then want to come into channel, and you need to make sure that you have the correct country of residence here and that your keywords right here match the keywords that are going to show up in your content. On this channel right here, I upload about ChatGPT, I upload about using AI, automating work with AI, all things like that, which is why I have all these keywords. You could have three things in here. One, a few of your competitors' names. Two, the keywords that are going to show in content. And three, you should have your channel tag here also. Now, after that, you need to come over to advanced settings. You need to scroll all the way down, and you need to make sure that hype right here is turned on. If this is not turned on, you are missing out on probably the easiest way ever to get views on YouTube. Now, in addition to that, you need to come into feature eligibility and make sure that all three of these are green and say enabled. After that, you're going to come over to youtube.com/verify and make sure that this says your phone number is verified. If any of those things that I just shared with you aren't filled out, you should not move on to channel settings number two. Now, channel settings number two is going to be, if we come over here, top right-hand corner, we're going to click on your channel right here. From here, we're going to click on customize channel, and we need to make sure three things are done. First and foremost, you need a banner image that asks people to subscribe. If we come over to my YouTube channel right here, we could see that it says subscribe to be smarter with AI. Make yours relevant to wherever you want people to subscribe. This is going to increase the amount of subscribers that you actually end up getting. In addition to that, make sure you have a good profile picture here. And then this description right here needs to have the same keywords that you put earlier inside of your channel keywords. And that is all you have to do to make sure your channel is set up correctly. Now, change number two is you need to make sure that you're honing in on the analytics that are actually going to help you grow. I get it. If you go into YouTube analytics, it is incredibly confusing, especially if you go into advanced mode, but I want to simplify this for you. Whether you're uploading long content or shorts content, I want to tell you exactly what you need to hone in on. Now, with long form content, I want to make this incredibly easy. Only focus on three things and three things only. You are going to come into your analytics. You want to make sure that your click-through rate is as close or over 10%. That's what you need to be aiming for. First day click-through rate needs to be over 10%. This video right here got 34,000 views, and if we look at this, it got almost 500 subscribers and almost 2,500 watch hours, simply because it had a 10% click-through rate. In addition to that, you need to make sure that if you scroll down over here, that you have at least 70% of people still watching at the 30-second mark. I wasn't able to hit this in this video, but I came pretty close to it. Of course, you're not going to hit these things every single time that you upload a video, but you need to try to get as close to them as humanly possible. So 70% still watching here, and then if you go to the 50% mark, so like halfway through, you ideally want to have this as high as possible, but ideally over 35%. We can see right here that mine technically is over 35%, which is above typical. And what does that mean? That YouTube is going to push out my content. So again, to recap, click-through rate over 10%. You want to make sure that your average percentage viewed at the 30-second mark over 70%, and halfway through the video, ideally 35% or higher. If you hit those three things, YouTube's going to push out your long form content. Now, when it comes to shorts, this is a little bit different. So we're going to come over to my other channel where I upload a bunch of shorts to show you this. If we come over into content right here, we come over into shorts, we could see this video right here is at 38,000 views. Literally just yesterday, this video had like 34,000 views. If we click on analytics right here, it's for two reasons. One, stayed to watch is over 80%. Two, the average view duration is high. If your video is over 31 seconds long, you need an 80% average view duration. If your video is less than 30 seconds long, you need 100% average view duration. If you hit those two things, YouTube's going to push out your content and you're going to grow way faster. Again, this video right here, 38,000 views, got me almost 500 subscribers. So literally, I just showed you 2 videos that alone equate for getting 1,000 subscribers as easy as possible just by hitting these metrics. Now, change number 3 is you need to make sure that you stop relying on YouTube's old UI, because if you're just looking at regular YouTube, you're not seeing the things that you need to see in order to know exactly what type of content you should be posting and what's actually helping your competitors grow their channels. Now you're probably asking yourself, what on earth is Rob talking about? What I'm talking about is if I go to do a search on YouTube, for example, how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you are going to notice that my YouTube probably looks a little bit different than yours. First and foremost, I could see how many views per hour these videos are getting. Secondly, I can come over here on the right-hand side and see the top channels for the search term, other search opportunities, and I could see how many views these videos are getting on average, the highest number of views, and all stuff like that. In addition to that, what I can do is come over here to the top left-hand corner, and then I am able to refresh this, and what this will do is actually show me content that is for this search term and actually unveil to me which videos are getting the most views, because we could see these videos have the highest views per hour, but guess what? If I come back over here, this isn't actually showing me those videos. Instead, it's showing me other videos. So YouTube isn't actually showing you the videos that are doing the best or getting the most views for a specific audience or a specific search term. You need a tool like vidIQ in order to actually see this. And this changes what YouTube actually looks like for you, so you can actually discover what is trending and what the YouTube algorithm really wants to push, because you might do a search for something and it might not be the right keyword, and then you think, oh, these videos aren't doing that well, but then you notice, wait, these videos are actually doing really well. They're just hidden and YouTube isn't showing them for whatever reason. Because you need to understand something. Every single one of us, when we do a search for something on YouTube, we all see different things based on how we've interacted with YouTube before in the past. But this view right here takes that out of the equation and only shows you what YouTube's algorithm is actually pushing. Now, the best part about vidIQ is that you could get started today at the pinned comment below for only $1 for the next 30 days. I would have never gained over 800,000 subscribers on YouTube if it wasn't for me using vidIQ, and if you're not using it and your competitors are, I'm telling you, you're at a massive disadvantage, and that's why it feels like the YouTube algorithm hates you, because vidIQ helps you see exactly what the algorithm wants you to do to make your life way easier. Now, change number 4 is you need to make sure that you're optimizing your old videos on YouTube. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you just forget about your old videos and don't pay them any attention, you could be sitting on gold right now, because just one change to the title or one change to the thumbnail or one change to the description or the tags could be the thing that kicks it back in the algorithm and increases your reach. Now, the tool that I was just showing you, vidIQ, also makes this incredibly easy. You come over to vidIQ, you link your channel here. It is totally safe. I mean, I literally have my channel linked, and trust me, I don't want anything happening in my channel. And then we come over here to optimize, and you'll be able to see that we could come through and we can optimize both our long form content and our short form content, and we could filter it by a bunch of different ways. And essentially what this allows us to do is come over here, click on this, and it's going to tell us how to change our title. It's going to tell us how to change our tags, how to change our description, and we can even get a content score. This is going to go through and actually watch your video and give you advice on how to edit your content differently, how to script your content differently, and all of that. And guess what? If you go through and do this for all of your old videos, it's going to skyrocket your reach. In fact, this is my secret to growing really fast on YouTube. If you just came over to my latest videos on YouTube, you might say, I don't know if Rob's getting a lot of views, but guess what? I am getting millions of views every single month from YouTube, and what you'll notice is that the content isn't always my latest content. 2024, 2024, 2025, this is April, this is July, this is May, this is February, this is June. If you are only focused on content that you have uploaded recently and you're not going through and optimizing your old content, you are literally missing out on tons of views. I mean, look at this. Just in the last 28 days, 130,000. 80,000, 70,000, 67,000, 57,000. In fact, the 10th best video that I have is getting over 50,000 views every single month. And these aren't just videos that are doing well right now. These videos have been doing well for a long time, and they're getting a lot of views. And that's because I'm optimizing my old content and not just focusing on my new content. Now, change number 5, and I can't emphasize this enough, you need a subscribe call to action in your content. I've shown it tons of times before, but I have 2 videos on my channel that both have 1.1 million views. One of them got me over 10,000 subscribers, the other only got me 2,000 subscribers, and the only difference was in the video that got me 4x the amount of subscribers, I asked people to subscribe. So please, do not ignore this. It doesn't come off as pushy, it doesn't come off as salesy, nobody's interpreting it like that, only you are, and it's the number one thing that's holding you back from getting those 1,000 subscribers. Because the reality is you're only one video away from changing your life on YouTube. It only takes one video to get monetized. It only takes one video to get 1,000 subscribers. And every day that you don't implement the things that I just shared with you, you're taking a step backwards and you're procrastinating instead of taking action. Because imagine this, imagine if every single video that you uploaded on YouTube, you got paid for it, and it got you more views, and it got you more subscribers, and it helped you build towards that dream life that you want, because you understand that YouTube could be your way out of your situation. Well, if that's the case, I personally want to help you if you're finally ready to take action. In fact, I want to hold your hand. I literally want to tell you everything you need to do, and I will work with you one-on-one, tell you what titles to use, how to script out your videos, how to edit your videos, and I'll give you feedback to guarantee that you grow faster on YouTube. If that sounds interesting, well, please check out this video right here that walks you through the 3 different ways that we could work together one-on-one, and I can guarantee you grow faster. Because I want to take the guesswork out of you growing on YouTube, and I literally just want to tell you exactly what you need to do, and if you follow these directions, you're gonna get monetized. If that sounds interesting, I'll see you over there.